First of all, I want to welcome everybody who's new. If you're new here, raise your hands, please. A lot of new people, a lot of new people. Shout out to our new folks. This is the Mainstreet Movie Club. I'm the Royal Chief. These are, hey, I appreciate the ad-libs. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate the lids, bro. Hold me down. Wakanda forever. Welcome everybody. It's a lot of us tonight, so I'm not gonna make everybody go name by name. So when you give your opinions, please state your name if you're new or if you're old, so we can all be introduced to everyone. Much love to everybody who's new. We appreciate y'all being here. This was a Spider-Man Brand New Day. Man, I got a lot of thoughts about this movie. If there's one motherfucker they gonna get right, it is Spider-Man. Spider-Man may have the best series of movies in Marvel for me. Top to bottom, this is just Tom Holland is cooking. Everybody who's a part of this is cooking. I love the story. I love how grounded this feels, even with it having other characters, you know, the Hulk and the Punisher and Jean Grey out of nowhere. I love that.
Can you come out behind the shadows?
I'm sorry, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
I love the look, the feel of it. I love how it feels a lot more adult than the original 3 in the trilogy. It really feels like this is a grown-up Spider-Man and everybody around him is grown up. Man, let's just get into it. I don't know who wants to start us off. Sophia, if you want to start it, you can pass the mic. It doesn't matter to me.
I'll help facilitate.
That's fine. We can start with just first reactions. If anybody wants to share their first reactions,
Like
what they thought, how they feel.
Okay, I'll go first.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right, Spider-Man, amazing. This was a good Spider-Man. I agree with you that Spider-Man has the best running series, even the original 3. There was one Spider-Man where he was dancing down the street that I was like, you can get rid of that. But all the rest of the Spider-Mans have been good. I did have some questions about this, but I'm gonna talk about the good stuff first. I thought that they could have done this one in 3D, because when he was going through the city, when he was falling in the beginning, I was like, oh, this would be a great 3D movie and feel like you're floating with him or whatever. I mean, I did. I mean, sitting like this, you felt like that. But I'm saying that in 3D, that would have been amazing. But I love all the characters that they brought in. But some of the characters they brought in that raised questions to me, and I'll get into that once we get into that. But my first reaction, I loved it. I thought it was great.
All Marvel movies, I come here and watch it in 4D. It's my favorite theater. I don't remember Scorpion. That's the only one that I don't remember. I love Jean, and if there's ever an X-Men new movie, I want to see where Jean.
Yeah, that's all.
I was like, what is she doing with Spider-Man? And she's young, and I remember X-Men, and she came out as the Phoenix. But I love this movie.
Back off
what everybody's been saying. Yeah, this was really dope. I don't know. I'm just left with questions because I've been watching these like for a long time, and so like I'm always like looking forward to like, okay, how is this going to connect to the next one, or like where like how are these characters going to like introduce us to like what's coming forward. So like, yes, as much as I was enjoying the story, and the story was absolutely great, Chief nailed it when he said it was like grounded, because that was like the main thing in which I was like thinking like this is like not too crazy as opposed to like some of the other ones in which we see, but like this is like just like ground level. And to bring the Punisher in to make it even more grounded, it's like just chef's kiss. But like with Doomsday like coming in December, I'm just like, okay, we don't have this, we have this and then nothing in between. So like, how is this going to connect? So like, okay, I'll just hop off the questions, but yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at.
I thought last time we saw he was in control, we were talking about that. So later, if anybody knows what's up, why he's not in control, I'd love to hear that. But for me, and I haven't seen the X-Men movies in like a long time, but it felt a lot like, I think it was X2, the second one when they had the cure. Three. Oh, okay. Then, yeah, when Rogue is like, she's like, oh, I'm gonna get it because I'm too powerful. Like, I feel like the I don't know, not themes, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, with his thing, and like the people, you know, power and like who gets to decide, all that, which pisses me off every time I see it, but I love the movie. I love it. And I'll stop there.
I'm Sophia. I was just gonna say initial thoughts that I had that aren't, so don't come for me, Super Marvel, Spider-Man people. Just how, before we knew she was Jean Grey, how she was jumping, I immediately thought about, I don't know if this is gonna age me, but y'all know my age, I don't really care. The Fallen movie. So how it was, does anybody remember that movie? That was my initial thought of how the energy was moving or whatever. And then I lost my other thought. Let me see. That was the initial, it'll come back to me. Anyone, whoever else wants to go.
I think one of my favorite parts of it was towards the end when all the ninjas were fighting and floating through the air and he caught him with the web. He did the spin. That was so dope. So I was like really into the action of it all, and the story was dope too.
Fallen was Denzel 1998.
Okay.
Wonderful movie, scary, because it can actually show you how the devil can get into people. And if I wanted to get into you, I just touch her, him, and then it gets to you. So it was scary for me, but it was scary in the sense that it was for real.
How vulnerable.
You know, how you say the devil got in your kids, or the devil got in your supervisor, stuff like that. However, I knew, so please be nice to me. I am totally on the opposite of what everybody else said. I think the best 3 movies in a row was Blade. And I don't think that Wesley Snipes gets enough credit because he started movie, not Iron Man, in 2008. He started Blade, and Blade 1, Blade 2, Blade 3, excellent movies. I have a problem with Marvel because I am old school, and I think that if something is not broke, don't fix it. And it seems like every movie that Marvel puts out since they got taken over by Disney, they change things. And how many times do we have to see Spider-Man figure out how to shoot his webs? I don't understand that. I am a very romantic person. I love romance. I love surprises and flowers and all that, but I don't want to see romance in a superhero movie. No, not at all. If I want to see romance and all of that to that extent, then I'll go to a romantic movie. And if you go back to, I think the first romantic movie was Superman, he gave up his powers. And even the Spider-Man situation, that was kind of crazy. It's like somebody said over here, I think, oh no, it was my man. We had more questions than answers, and you shouldn't leave a movie with more questions than answers. And then the thing about it, now Punisher can flow into anybody's series. I like that about him. He can just be there and be him. But there's all these questions about his powers, and then these other characters coming in, and Jean. It was just too many questions. It was just too much in that spirit. And if you look at it, it was more time spent about his love life, about what he's gonna do, and then this mask thing. Keep the mask on, Jesus. Everybody don't need to see who you are. And then we gotta have Doctor Strange, if some of you know, put a spell on you so you can forget. Just leave the mask on. What's the deal with the mask situation? I did think, Aaron, I did think the action was good at times, but I can't see it again. And that's why a good movie is if you can see it 2, 3. That's why Michael Jackson is $1 billion, because the average person has saw it at least 2 to 3 times. There's so many little spots in Spider-Man that you can almost go to sleep on, and then it picks back up. And somebody said something about the Hulk. They've been making the Hulk real feminine since 10 years. Who wants to see the Hulk take a selfie picture?
So.
Oh,
Wait, no.
We can go with the Hulk, because my Hulk was way better than this Hulk.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Hold on. Real
Yeah,
quick.
because he.
So I think you said, how old are you?
I'm
56. So I'm 34. I think time has advanced a lot, and I don't know if we have the time to break down masculinity and femininity and.
You want me to do it?
I don't think you should.
You want me to do it?
I feel like I don't want to open up a whole
Want to
different
open
can
that
of
can?
worms.
No.
Because I feel like we're
No. Because we'll be here for 4 hours. Y'all know
feel like
I'm
we're
going
gonna be
there.
here for a
No.
long
Y'all
time.
don't want me to do that. Y'all don't
4
want me
hours
to-
ain't enough.
I'm gonna say this.
Y'all know.
I think romance in action comics has literally been in there since the jump. Like that's a staple for it. Love is the catalyst for damn near every story we've ever known. Depending on whether it's romantic love, family, whatever, love is the catalyst for all of it because that's the thing that as humans we connect with, relate to the most. So that's always going to be present.
It's
no
the
matter
premise.
what. Yes,
It's really the premise.
The premise for every story since the beginning of time. And I don't mind, Spider-Man, like that's his love interest, but this was a lot of this movie was like identity and the start of something new. That's why it's called Brand New Day. That's why we're introduced to basically the start of the X-Men. That's why the last one ended like it did, and it's really a restart and reset. This is all just the beginning of something new. That's why they all age differently and talk differently and move differently, and it's shot differently and looks and feels different because this is just the start of a new era. But every era you start with is gonna start with love, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the catalyst for it all. So I think it's okay. I don't think even if we go down to the tropes as archaic as they would normally be, that big muscle motherfucker was not feminine if we gonna
Go
down that
ahead.
far. Like, I didn't get any of the
Tropes.
yes, not at all.
Not at all.
And I'm not, that's just jumping into the patriarchy of it all. Like I said, I'm not about to go all into that, but nothing, even if that's how you think, nothing about that gave me like feminine.
This is what I'm talking about. The Hulk don't take selfies.
No.
Why not?
Avengers movie.
What's wrong with selfies?
The Hulk is totally about destruction. I'm the strongest. I'm this. I'm that. And you're right. We have a generational gap. Because our Hulk wasn't worried about what nobody's thinking. It was just mad.
Was your generation not wearing platforms and silk open shirts?
No, that wasn't my generation.
I don't know, man.
Wait a minute.
I don't know,
That
man.
was your generation.
I don't know, man. I just
1970s.
The see-through
platforms, the sequence joints.
First of all, we all took substance. Substance is that the Hulk.
You at the end of 70s. Girl, bye.
Not necessarily.
Girl, bye.
The Hulk is about man versus monster and self-control.
Okay, so when you've never seen the Hulk scared, right?
No,
I have seen the Hulk scared.
Actually, in the first Avengers.
In the first Avengers, yes,
Avengers,
we have
he
seen
was
the Hulk
scared.
scared.
For the true Hulk, that was a trip with us. And he instantly got beat up quickly
For sure.
without him. He's the one that is the ultimate changer in anything, the Hulk. And for him to be all scared and this and that with Thanos, and then all of the other people was not scared, they was able to fight him.
But if you go, hold on.
He wasn't scared of Thanos at first.
But
he went into that fight thinking he was gonna beat Thanos. It was Thanos whooping him.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped.
That scared him after that.
Right.
That's
And
what
if you-
scared him. He wasn't scared at first.
But if you go back to the
But
comics, I'm about to cut all y'all off. Because
hey, I go to
I'm
comics
about to
with
cut
you.
all
We
of y'all
about
off.
to go to comics together.
But first of all, my name is Ree.
There you go,
How
Reed.
you doing? My name is Ree. Okay, but let me first say, I do agree with you about Blade. I do believe Blade was top tier, chef's kiss. But first, I didn't mess with the third one. I'm talking about the first one. I ain't talking about the second and third. No, I ain't mess with that. The first one was on point. That's what I'm saying. The first Blade was on point. Okay. The second point that I want to make, if you go back to the comics, and if you read the comics, there were very much instances where the Hulk was freaked out. But through the transition of the comic books, he became stronger because of the things that he learned about his strengths and his weaknesses. So if you're saying that he never showed any sign of weakness, that's not true. That's not accurate. I do say this. I enjoyed this movie. I look at it from all the different cinematic points because I am a filmmaker.
I think the storyline, if you look at the history of superhero movies, comics, there is always a love interest at the base of everything. Superman had a love interest, right? Lois Lane. Batman. But you have to allow that story to progress. It don't just pop off. You don't just start going with somebody. Love is a progressive thing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You have to know an origin story. You don't just pop off and get married to somebody. Y'all date, or you have a drink with them, or you go somewhere. You don't just end up married. And like, if we go back to like Black Panther, he's with Storm, right? In the original series, there's a love. Spider-Man
is Mary Jane is from day one.
Right. It's always, so what I'm saying is in every,
Can I say?
yes, it's necessary. It's necessary to show a love interest in a film and how it progresses. Go ahead, you're a new person.
Are you a fan of the Hulk? In 1962, his love interest was Betty Ross.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Lou Ferrigno.
What we're doing is we're mixing up flirt and love interest and totally being boyfriend, girlfriend, and seeing all that transition. Everybody's got a love interest or a flirt that they like. Lois Lane like Clark a little bit, and she likes Superman, and she didn't know the difference. Batman had his little person. Everybody got a person they kind of like. What I'm saying is they taking it too far as if it's a full-blown relationship and it's a situation where you want to be the superhero or you want to be this person. Like they said tonight, you give all that up. You give all that up because you are a person that's trying to save the world.
For me, I think I like that part of the movie because I read Spider-Man comic books and he's always been in love with Mary Jane. From the beginning, he's always been in love with Mary Jane.
But she didn't know it.
No, well, and then that follows different series have different things because in one series, he's in love with Mary Jane. In another series, he's in love with I forgot what her. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So each series, each universe has a different love interest that he has, but there's always been that girl that he's been like, I want to be with or whatever. And then that part of the story is what he wrestles with. So like in this movie, he's wrestling on his identity, but he's always wrestled with. I know I love her, but if me loving her puts her in danger. And that's what all the superhero movies love interest is always about is if I love this person, can I still be who I need to be and still love this person and keep them safe? Because
Yeah, she was like she was trying to get in.
Making that connection with
What's your name real quick? I'm sorry.
Jacina.
Welcome again,
Flew
Jacina.
in here from New York today. I'm here for a short time.
Knicks, the Knicks. Look.
Short time, not a long time, making it a good time. I feel like that's one way to make them relatable, right? We come from an era of comic books to putting it on film, to putting it, and it keeps going through and through, right? Through the trenches, we would say in New York. Putting it through the trenches. Disney, what they're doing now, again, making it a little more understandable for the kids, making it a little more understandable for the families. It's not only about the nerds now. Comics, when it started out, let's be real, it was about people who like to read, who could look at pictures, right? Who could look at pictures and make something of something with little bit of words. Then it became bigger words and more words, and we had the Saturday morning cartoons, but the love interest is always there. I feel like it's one thing us humans relate to. I feel like it's something that just makes it something we want to sit and watch. We always want to feel bubbles inside. So I feel like that's where that goes.
The part about me being romantic, and I'm saying about romance being in
we heard that.
He just wants to compartmentalize.
So,
Okay.
my name's
And
Jeremy.
one
This
more
is
thing.
my.
I'm
Oh,
so
go
sorry.
ahead, go
One
ahead.
more thing. We are in an era of, with this whole feminist, and I mean, women are just that strong. And I don't know how to explain it, but I would say right now what we're seeing in the superheroes, and I feel like not only can men, again, genders. We're in an era, we're in a different era, we're in a different time. And I respect your time, and I respect, listen, I'm not saying time either because I'm older too.
I'm not dead.
What I'm saying, no, but that's what I'm saying. What I mean to say is, I feel like sometimes we're stuck to the originality of things, and I'm like that with hip hop. I'm like there's a series of things I'm like that with.
Like purist.
And it's hard to see the new coming. It's hard to, but I feel like with this, I feel like I liked it. It was good.
Thank you.
All right, I'm Jeremy. This is my second time. I want to give a slightly different interpretation to it, because from what I took away from the general theme is less about the love interest, but more about how do you carry the weight of life by yourself. And he tried for a while, and at some point it was just too much, and he realized, like, I can't do this thing called life by myself. I'm gonna need somebody, I'm gonna need a tribe to be around me. And it wasn't just about the love interest, it was also about the friend at the end, right? Like, he made that conscious decision to say, like, I'm gonna reestablish those connections because I don't wanna do this thing by myself. So I just wanna add that bit to the conversation.
He didn't get the girl back, right?
Love that. Say Jeremy opened up the theme door, and so now I feel free to share my thoughts. So Sophia again. So the theme that I got from this, what you said also, but the other one was how you can't suppress parts of yourself and be whole. So that really resonated with me. And you realize when you accept all of yourself, that's when you really are you're really for the first time showing up as a whole human. Yes. And he realized that, the things that he wasn't able to do when he was thinking like, I gotta suppress this so I can do this. He was able to do everything and be more in control of his life. Not saying that we can control much. I mean, we can, but we can't. That's a whole nother thing. I'm not gonna go down that road. But that's really what I got from it. And again, it's like, we saw the Odyssey last, and so the theme was surrender there. So to me, it's a little bit about surrender again in this movie, and just dealing with yourself, surrendering to like, I don't like these pieces of myself, but making peace with yourself so that way you can evolve and be your authentic whole self. That's what Back Doors was about, or Back Rooms was about, dealing with the shadow work, but anyway. But anyway.
To speak to
Aaron.
what you're saying on that, the Hulk's biggest fear wasn't a villain. It was the monster within himself. Because even when he came out of it, he wanted to make sure, was anybody hurt? Did I hurt anybody? No, period. Over time. That has always been his biggest fear. It's never been a villain or an adversary. It's always been the enemy within him, the monster within himself. That's what he didn't want released. That's why he had an inhibitor, to monitor that, to keep him under control. Because what he say in Avengers, when they say, what's the secret to you getting angry? I'm always angry. I'm always that dude. I'm always that monster. So I have to keep that at bay. And as far as the villains or the superheroes fighting for love, love conquers all. That's always going to be the fight. That's always going to be the reason why they do what they do. The reason why they're being superheroes is to save somebody else out of love. When you're in a relationship or you're trying to build a relationship, you go through some battles, you go through some trials that you don't necessarily want to go through, but if it's worth fighting for, you're gonna be there to the finish. And that's what all of these stories are about. It's always about love. Love is always the centerpiece or the reason as to why there's a feat or a battle.
Yeah. And I think also with... Oh, yeah, you go. I can go after.
One of y'all go. Good evening, everyone. I know we said we weren't going to go here, but...
Okay, wait, me first.
I also just think I think when the whole masculinity and femininity comes up and someone speaks a point of view, I think it's okay if someone kind of has a different point of view to be spoken about. Because when I'm hearing people talk about, it used to be masculine and, this was way too feminine and there was he was weak and things like that. There's a lot of conversation and maybe people are doing subconsciously, but it seems like folks are likening femininity to weakness. And the most powerful person in the movie was a woman. So I don't know where that is coming from. And the most powerful person in the movie not only was a woman, but another woman was the one who told Peter that he can be both, that he shouldn't even do the inhibitor. That was all words from a woman. And so I think when you talk about these heroes and what's masculine and what's feminine, I think we have to make sure that we're sure what these words actually mean, in the sense of, because I think what people really want to say is so-and-so was more powerful or this, that, the other. But even when you use those words, the powerful aspects of the movie, majority of them came from women. Even with Jean Grey, who was able to really kind of center her from the anger to make it all settled was Aunt May, who is a woman. So I guess I'm just confused where people were getting this notion in terms of, you know, it was a little bit more weak and the feminine and things like that, because when we look at even the history of Marvel, a lot of the most powerful heroes are women, and they have that feminine energy and they have that femininity, and that is a piece that makes them powerful. So I think there's a little bit of antiquated notions in regard to what we think these heroes should be and what they look like, instead of what they actually are. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay, hi, I'm Maddie. I think with the theme of love, we can also add in like vulnerability. Like he let her in, which then let her see that he also lost someone and also had that missing piece, which was love. Like his was also love for his aunt, hers was love for her sister. So there's a lot of that theme around it. And then also that theme of sadness, like what do we do with our sadness? Some people it turns into anger, some people it turns into shutting down. For him, he just became by himself, and then for her it was anger. So I think there's a lot of themes within the theme of love. So, yeah.
That was exactly what I was gonna say. Because, yeah, it wasn't only based on him trying to get MJ back, because he was fighting his worth. I feel like he was fighting his worth the entire movie. And then when he fully came into his power, basically, that's when he realized he was deserving. So that's why I was gonna piggyback off that. I lost my brother, and she knows I went into a dark space, and that's why I surrounded myself with love. So, and that's how I healed, and now I'm a better person because of it. And in regards to the movie, I feel like 2 weeks ago I watched every single Spider-Man. I took a Saturday and watched. I would watch them again, and they just opened a 4D by me. I live all the way in Zona Rosa, and I will go watch it again. So I loved it, and I feel like the action scenes weren't overdone. You know how some movies you're just like Fast and Furious, it's just like, okay, your car does not go that high, stop it. But it was like it was 10 out of 10 for me. Like I love Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man and Batman for me, and Wolverine. But yeah, so I have a lot of thoughts. I have so many thoughts. I loved this movie so much. But yeah, basically. Okay. Oh, and my name is Sila. Sorry.
So my name's Sasha, and my world is psychiatry, so I definitely look at all of those things inside. So I definitely agree that it was like identity type of thing, and where I kind of envisioned her as kind of like an oracle type of person when he went to go see her, and kind of like a therapist, and said, you know, maybe you need to deal with these feelings because you're going to become weak. It's going to come out when you don't expect it, when you don't want to deal with it, and it's like, I kind of like tell people they're going to have their suitcase of all these stuff, and you keep shoving it in, and it's going to come open when you don't want it to, so you better deal with it when you have the chance to deal with it. And so I feel like, you know, when she was like thinking about, I just wish my mom would have talked to me about my powers, and then he actually gave her the opportunity to, you know, talk to May how she wanted her mom to talk to her. And so she kind of went back to her childhood, and that's kind of like what we do in therapy, is we take you back to where your trauma occurred, where your identity crisis happened, and help you work through all of that stuff so that you can deal with it as an adult, because then you just kind of pass it on generational to your own kids, and and tell them, don't be strong, don't deal with it, don't be weak. If you start expressing yourself as being sad or not knowing who you are and stuff, then people are going to see that as a weakness.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Alyssa. This is really loud. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing it right.
Okay, my fault.
Yeah.
So I am not an avid Marvel, X-Men, whatever have you, watcher. I am more of like, oh girl, we're about to go see a movie. You wanna come? And that's when I came. But I can say that I watched the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I love Miles Morales. I love those. So I have an understanding of Spider-Man. But the constant thing that I really and truly enjoy, because in my head I am Spider-Man, is that with great power comes great responsibility. And every single movie's been very consistent with it. Whether you are, because one thing about Marvel is that it's going to be like, there's grief, there's love, there's happiness. I laughed, I cried, I thought about my own problems, and then I laughed again. And that's what I liked about it. But when it came to being vulnerable, when it came to understanding your feelings, sometimes when you get put and pushed against the wall, I don't know if y'all know who Kev on Stage is. He's having the thing right now. Grief sucks, but that's my rendition of it. Grief sucks, but and every single time someone has lost somebody in these movies, they usually become like a little like reclusive almost, like a mole. They do get hardened, and it furthers the story. Now the romance engages us in the story, of course, sometimes, but the grief is usually what hits home, because every one of us can experience something with that. And so I was thinking about my own life and reflecting and whatnot. I was just like, dang. Shit, I am Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed the movie truly, and yeah.
I feel like she my twin. I feel like she my twin. I want to go piggyback off what Aaron said. The fight scene. I enjoyed the fight scene. Little karate, little kung fu-esque in there. I loved all of that.
Those are ninjas. Those are ninjas.
I know they're ninjas, but I said it's kung fu. Don't go there. You already got bullets shot at you already today. Be quiet and be good. But I feel like she's my twin. I like the visuals of the movie, although I was in Helen Keller seats. I think I'm blinded though, part of me. I enjoyed the visuals of it. You know, Disney does an excellent job. They have all of the special effects, that's great. The acting was good. Enjoyed the acting. That's all I have.
Nice.
Okay. No, because I'm ready to get into my questions, but I want to let people get out there.
I think the action was okay. Look, I don't know if it's because I watch a lot of anime and it's just the action in anime is just too good. But I feel like in live actions, when they get to that point, everything's coming together. They're about the weakness, and I had to like move past, and become better. It just is not hitting for me. Like his moment, I did not feel invested in. I didn't. And maybe it's because it just doesn't feel like he's gonna die, and I need them to be like on the brink of death to care. But it just wasn't. It so it's too much anime. Maybe it's my problem.
That's a different style of acting, and that's a different type of. So, anime is a different world, right? It's like Nigerian rom-coms. That's a different world. What I mean by that, they're more bolder. They're more in your face. This is a dialed down version of those anime, though that kind of
But maybe we
that
should
concept.
be better. Like step up the.
It's a different
the-
style.
Just what is. Yeah, like I want to see like the moments, like not just like the mental of like he's like I don't know, you know, can I do it? Can I not? I want to see like physically the moment that you have to surpass, like in Black Clover, surpass who you are and become better. But there, I feel like the moment comes and then it's just like.
You just hit me with the anime that I watch for real.
That's my favorite one, and it's coming out in October. If anybody wants to do a watch party, anyways.
But that's a different style, and
But
so
we can
that's
do
why.
it. I'm saying I wish we would bring that to our action movies.
And we got little kids who watch the Spider-Mans and the, so I don't know how, right? So we gotta keep it cute.
Yeah,
right?
you do. You have to have that dialed down. That's abrasive in your face.
I think what you're saying, stylistically, the style is different, but also like the stakes change. We can't kill Spider-Man. Like we're never gonna be like with that high a stake. We killed him one time, and he had to come back because we cannot kill Spider-Man. We can't.
It does not live. I mean, we don't live in that world where he can die.
Yeah, we can kill everybody around him.
But I think that kind of makes you feel like the movies are.
So you're saying the stakes are not high enough in the film? That's what you're saying? I got you. You don't feel like the stakes are high enough. Okay.
Like you want to feel that. Because then it makes you feel like a filler episode. Let's try it.
Wait.
So for which
Wait.
So.
1 second before you go. I just wanted to say something you touched on earlier too. Watching Spider-Man learn himself, shooting his thing over and over. We learn ourselves every day. Yeah. And although they're heroes, I think it was genius to show that he went even deeper into what a spider truly is.
I would like to say this. First and foremost, I am glad that I came here tonight because listening to, I believe everybody that touched the mic, I got a whole different look at what
That's why we do this.
a movie is about, because some of the things I could touch on, and then some of the things I was like, whoa, I never would have got that. I never would have thought like that. And so, you know, I'm a person of a sponge. I like to try to grow and to learn something daily, and I did tonight. But I do want to go back on this. I think there was a boat that I was not on, and it sailed way out. Only person that I was referring to, only person I was referring to was the Hulk. And it got into male, female, and no, I'm just talking about the Hulk is supposed to be the strongest there is. His theme was, you don't want to make me angry. And Bruce Banner always wanted to keep the Hulk in because of the things that he could do, and couldn't nobody stop him. So when I referred to that, it was not male, female, who's this, who's that. The Hulk, his whole predication is he's the strongest there is, and if he the more angry he gets, the stronger he gets. That's it. That's how. It wasn't about tonight. Hulk ain't been the strongest since his movie, in my opinion, in 2008. To my opinion, every movie, every movie he's went down, down, and down.
This is probably the best he's been since the first Avengers.
It is, and yeah, and so the thing again, I just want to make sure that we understand. I'm not female is weaker, and this. I didn't want to get into none of that. I wanted to get into. I need.
You don't.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I learned.
You don't want to get into that.
And then I started looking.
You put that
at how
trigger
many
word out
men
there.
is in here.
Gotta put that disclaimer out.
You ain't said nothing to help or nothing. You just. But And the second thing I want to say that I learned is that I'm not so sure that I've ever been in a situation where it matters so much about generation, because it's the way that most of you some of y'all was talking. That's not gonna be my generation of thought, and my generation of thought is straight comic books, then the movie, and this and that. And I don't know who got with the platforms and the boogie oogie shoes, and I wasn't nowhere in that stuff. I'm Michael Jackson, Thriller, and all the way down. But the thing is that it was a wonderful experience to see and listen how other people think, specifically how women look at the same thing that a man is looking at, how it comes out in such a really nice, lovable, cuddle, huggable type thing. We still like, beat them up. And the action was really good in the sense, I see what you're saying. But I'm so sick of our superheroes dying, especially all the X-Men just died. Everybody's just dying, and I get sick of the dying part, the total dying part. But I do what you mean. They had to fight, feel like they was in it, and it was a competition and all that kind of stuff. But please don't put me on that boat out there that.
I'm trying to save you. You swimming back out. That is the problem.
Wait.
I've been trying to reel you in.
Michael.
And you.
The one that exploded.
First half.
Can I respond to him? All right, you keep talking about
I'm gonna let
generations.
her respond.
Okay.
We will jump forward after this.
Okay, you keep talking about generations. I'm in my mid-40s, so it has nothing to do with your generation.
We have a lot of generations.
Their generation.
Yeah, Gen X
I
over
feel
here, too.
okay. So I was raised by an old school Dominican who's still stuck over there, and he hasn't progressed. So if you don't go with the changes of time, then you're gonna stay stuck, and your mentality is gonna be like this. When we're like this, we're expanding. So it's not an attack on you of what you're saying. It's just you have to be more open-minded these days, because you're stuck in a generation that no longer exists, and it's not coming back. So that's all I want to say.
Yeah, you better say.
Is this jumping us forward, or are we still here?
Yes, we're going.
No, I'm talking about with Topher. I'm saying, what we doing?
I'm jumping us forward.
Okay.
Yes, Topher, please take us.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with the questions that I had.
Before you say that, I was gonna say it's okay too. Like, if for new people, like this is normally what we do, when we kumbaya at the end. So I'm just saying, like, if anybody thinks that it's like if it's tense for anyone, this is normal, like just exchange.
You need in having conversations. They're not valuable if we all disagree with each other. Like, we can't learn, we can't gain, we can't move forward in them. It's okay for us to
just wanted to reiterate
disagree
that,
on
like,
points.
if anybody's feeling
like, as long as we're not
isolated or
getting
whatever.
disrespectful and taking things too far. But Topher,
go
please.
Topher.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so all right, so again, I like that they brought in the characters. I love Scorpion. I liked that they brought Hulk in. I like this Hulk because they actually showed him getting bigger as he got angrier, and he's been bigger than he has been in any of the other movies except for the ones we don't talk about. But with Hulk, there are different versions of Hulk, and in those different versions, he is different. Like, there's the Gray Hulk who we saw in is it the Civil War, the original fight with the War on New York or whatever. Or was it the Captain America? I don't remember which one. But at the very end, they're all sitting at the shawarma or whatever. But then but then the Gray Hulk comes in, and he's smart and he's intelligent, but he's still the Hulk forms. But he's got Banner's brain. So there's different versions. There's even versions where Banner separates from Hulk. So I really like this Hulk, and I hope when we go on to Doomsday and whatever else they bring, they keep him like this. I like this Hulk. My next question was about Jean Grey. I like that they brought Jean Grey in there. That helps us open up to Doomsday, where we have X-Men in there. But that's where my question is because if you've been watching Marvel movies, X-Men has done 3 or 4 different changes, and they've all been kind of like, how is this connected to this and connected to that, and how are we going to connect it to this? So I'm kind of questioning how they're doing this, because in this right here, it's like Jean Grey is just learning her thing, just learning what she's supposed to do. But in the X-Men that we've known, she's an adult, and if you know X-Men, Jean Grey was like one of the first. Yeah, she's one of the founding member of the school. So how are we connecting this to the Doomsday now? Then what was there was one more thing.
Can we hold on? Can we stay there for just a little bit?
Okay.
I mean, if anybody's been paying attention, you know that they've been really heavy on the multiverse like aspect of it all. So it seems like, based off the trailer and everything, it seems like the X-Men universe that we know, it seems like that's going to die. And based off of Deadpool and Wolverine, we know that there's like been several like
different versions of
yeah. So it's correct. So I feel like, with that being said, I feel like we have to muster through one more
before we get the.
But this is going to be the official one, the one that's going to like link with everything. So that's kind of how I see it. So.
I think what they're gonna do, gonna do Doomsday, and then they're gonna retro you back to the origin story of X-Men, and they're gonna pull it from this source right here. That's why they didn't give you too many spoilers about what's coming.
That's fair.
I wanted to touch on the Hulk real quick because that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't want to touch on the Hulk. I want to talk about the Hulk.
On the Hulk?
I don't want to touch on. I just would like to speak about the Hulk. Y'all, you and her.
She said not the green balls.
That's crazy. Y'all in here wilding now. Out of pocket. I would like to speak words about the Hulk. I agree. To me, this is the best version since the Avengers version. I ain't been a fan of the Dr. Hulk. I guess maybe the beginning of Endgame version, or no, Infinity War version. When he was the Hulk and he was losing himself and getting angry. I wasn't a fan of Dr. Hulk. That was when that was in Endgame when he was both of them, and I'm still don't understand how we went from that to him losing control of the Hulk again and needing the inhibitor to. Right. I'm confused on how we got to this version, but it was dope seeing them get bigger and wild out. But then they also locked him up, which makes me think we might not see the Hulk for a while.
I think
I'm thinking they may just pull the Hulk because they haven't been able to get the rights to the Hulk either.
Well, because I'm only saying this because, like,
they don't have the rights to the Hulk.
They
still don't have the rights to the Hulk. I think
who has the rights to the Hulk then?
It's Universal has the rights to the Hulk.
Okay.
And so that's why they ain't been able to. That's why they haven't been able to make a movie.
Okay. Because
they got the rights to Fantastic Four. They got the rights to X-Men.
There's the series that's from Marvel called She-Hulk.
Right.
He makes an appearance in there, and in that appearance, he's based on the before Infinity War, between Infinity War and the Civil War, whatever one was before that. He's
too many wars.
Yeah, right. So, but that's the Hulk he's based on, where he's. That's not true. Okay. He's like a cross between the smart Hulk and just the Hulk himself.
Yeah.
Because he talks to She-Hulk as Hulk, but talks to her like Banner does. So it's weird, confusing. I don't know if I like that. Because my whole thing, what I love about the Hulk is that when he's Hulk, he's nothing but a ball of rage. Correct. That's what he is. But Banner is not that. Like, Banner from the comic book was weak. He
He's
was
docile.
timid. He was docile,
timid,
and that's what I loved about the Hulk is that this timid, weak, supposed weak man could keep that ball of rage at bay when he wanted to. So did you like this version? No, I like this version of the Hulk.
I like this version of him because I think we see. I like this version of him because we see more character growth in him than we've seen in the other Hulks.
Yeah.
So I really did like the fact that he couldn't contain it. I thought that was a really good character choice, which is what he's supposed to have. Like, he's learning the balance of his power.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what happened? Why are we?
I don't know why they made that character choice for him. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know why they made that character choice for him, but I guess the character choice they made for him to act that out, I think they did a good job at doing that. I don't know who made that call. Probably the director.
No, I like that. But I'm saying.
You're saying why did they retcon him being the smart Hulk to suddenly he can't control him no more? I don't know. That's why I really think they're about to stop using
like
him.
you said,
'Cause
with
they're
the
like, we about to let him go out with a bang, and then we about to lock him up.
It does happen.
Yes,
to
that's
people.
facts. Call him.
That's what happens to people in real life. You can't get a hold of who you are and your emotions and you're up and down, and you're smart when they get it. You're gonna eventually lose yourself. Right. We should have had a hope. You lose yourself, and I feel like again they're trying to be.
I told you, blame Universal. Universal won't give up the rights.
The Hulk has always been Dr. Banner. He lost his wife because he wasn't strong enough to lift the car. We went into the laboratory
Darnell
to
speaking.
see how he can get stronger. He messed up, put too much radiation in.
Nope. That might be one version of the
My life
story.
is on this. This is what happened. This is what happened.
Your life is a lot.
Yeah. And so
Don't strike him down.
in the laboratory, the radiation came in. You can look at it. It's a series that they did in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
So then when he got the radiation, it was overwhelming. And then anytime he got mad, he turned into the Hulk. So it was always a struggle with Dr. Banner and Hulk. And the only time the Hulk came out is when he was angry, when he was trying to help or save somebody. So that's the premise.
And the premise of that was love.
See, okay, so like I said, that was a version. Okay, I won't go more into the Hulk. I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go
I was
because
gonna say we didn't talk about Jason Derulo's older brother.
Who?
Jason Derulo's older brother.
That's crazy. Jason Derulo's older
He looked
brother.
like Jason Derulo. See, I told you. So I found it interesting that was his role, that he was like the keeper of all the people who were not quote unquote normal, that they picked a black man to do that. I thought that was very interesting, that he's over everybody. Like we're gonna fix whoever's not normal, and we're gonna come up with something to suppress you. I thought that was interesting that they picked him.
They always got to have some government entity that's meddling and everything and pretending to be.
I just thought it was
guys.
interesting that they cast a black man for that.
Yeah.
And Jason Derulo's older brother. Didn't know he was an actor. No, it's not true.
No,
It's
I
not
don't think it's true.
It's not. He looked like Jason Derulo. It was a joke between D and I.
He did look
I was
like
like,
Jason
is
Derulo.
it the
I can see
singer?
what
I
you're
was
saying.
like, no, okay, that's not him. Then I was like, wait a minute, that does look like Jason Derulo though.
He's a singer.
He's a singer. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that guy.
okay, the last time you talked, what did you? Because I wanted to touch on something you had to say
About just accepting all the parts of yourself so you can become your whole self.
No, there was a word that you used that I wanted to go back to. Damn it.
Oh no.
I don't remember now.
It's a lot. No, it's a lot of jumping around.
Surrender? Surrender?
We see if it come back to right.
Yeah,
we
I don't know.
jump past the Jean Grey of it all.
Yeah, I was
Which
like,
is-
I didn't think Hulk was gonna be the lead. I didn't think that tonight.
I think it was just.
No, I mean it's interesting. We never really get what we think coming into these talkbacks.
True.
It's like what? Like that? It turned into that. So I
True.
thought it was interesting that Hulk
But I don't.
became the main
I got you.
star.
I think it's just a lot. There's just a lot going on with him, and it's very up in the air. As far as Jean Grey, it's interesting because this is a different version. Usually she's real chill and cool. Like this one was real. She was a little more edgy, hot head than normal.
But
And that's what I'm wondering. Is she supposed to be a kid, or how old is she supposed to be in this movie?
Because it seems like she's like mid to late teens, at the oldest 20. The oldest 20, but somewhere in her teens.
She was still in foster care.
Yeah, that's why. I've been trying to figure out like how old she is, or how old she's supposed to be, but which is much older than how she's supposed to be. In the X-Men, she's supposed to be with Xavier since she's like a kid.
Yeah.
And so this is a big.
And that's where my question.
Right.
That's where my question is because when, like we said, she's one of the
original
founders.
X-Men. Yep.
Yeah, she's one of the founders of the X-Men. So this has to take place before she meets Xavier.
Absolutely. She was on the bus on the way, probably too.
And that's what I was thinking at the end. She was on the way to meet Xavier or whatever. But Spider-Man hasn't necessarily been around as long as Jean Grey, so that's what's throwing me off about it.
I think Spider-Man because they was talking about graduating college.
Yeah.
Spider-Man got to be like 24, 25 right now.
But in the comic books, Jean Grey technically is older.
Is older, right.
Older than Spider-Man
Right.
is. So that's why I'm like, this isn't making sense. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, how are they going to connect?
I'm with you too, because I don't like mutants don't exist yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but they do. Right, of course. It is. I guess I'm just I look at it and I legitimately don't know how they're going to bring everybody in. Like if it's going to be a multiverse thing, it's going to be the universe is collapsing, or is this going to take its own approach? Like I have no idea now with the way that Jean Grey entered the fold.
And I almost think that's part of the fun of it, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like
how is this gonna connect? But there's more phases. There's more phases of the Marvel coming. So even though I'm like, how are they going to connect it? I'm kind of excited to see how they're going to connect it, because I would love to see, because Wolverine is actually was an Avenger at one time. Spider-Man wasn't, even though they kind of did that with the Civil War and made him a partial Avenger or whatever. But Wolverine was also an Avenger. So Black Panther was also an Avenger at one time. So I'm kind of excited to see how if they're going to carry on from this story and how they're going to tie it into the rest of the universe, the multiverse.
That even sounds like a headache to try to see how they're going to connect all that stuff. But what I would like to say this. If I was to get on the other side of this thing, I was really, I can say now, thinking back, I was really feeling real bad for Peter, because Peter was in love with somebody he couldn't have. And the letter, he just kept reading and torturing himself. And then when he saw Mary Jane, he had all these feelings. And Mary Jane knew nothing about it. Even when she was taking him home, she said, "Hey, I just don't love you." And if I wanted to get really emotional, I could have probably cried on that part, you know.
No, okay.
Well,
I
don't love you.
So not gonna lie, when they were doing the sequence scenes and the score of the music at the same time, when they were showing Spider-Man and Ned together, my eyes started watering. I didn't shed a tear, but my eyes were watering, because I remembered the love that they have for each other and whatever, and it was like, oh, they're getting back, and so that almost teared me up.
This is the part, as I said, I wouldn't have thought about none of that to that extent, but after being in this room, if you remember when she found the letter and he came back, and she said, "Did you leave this for me?"
For me, yeah.
Since she was almost heartless, like, "Hey, I just don't feel that for you." And I don't take off the mask. Let me see Peter Parker. Take me home. And so, like, boy, that's a hell of a rejection after he didn't just kind of gave his life.
After he didn't,
But he's the one that made her forget. Let's not forget that, right?
No, it's all his fault.
I'm hearing
it's all his fault why she doesn't remember.
He did it for love, though, to protect her.
But she could have taken the train. But she rethought.
Now, if I'd have said that, you'd have crucified me.
Wait.
Catch
But-
your Uber. If I'd have said she should have called an Uber home, you'd have been like, oh, yeah.
She didn't have her phone, remember? She was trying to do that.
But she invited him up when he
nightcap. Who
did
said
drop
that?
her off.
Maddie.
She thought,
She didn't have a
Nightcap
phone.
during the day.
And he brought her there. He got to take her back. She
right.
there because
you
of
pick
him.
me up, you take me back.
She
That's
can't
his
remember because of
responsibility.
him.
He gotta
So
take her
like,
back.
yeah, all of that.
that whole thing where they was putting together the Legos and talking.
You forgot.
You don't like Legos?
Well, Ned and
You
him.
don't like
Well,
Legos?
Ned and him used to build Legos. Ned and him used to build
That's his
Legos.
homie. That was what they did.
You need that part in there because that shows the connection. Even though he made them forget, because we're not going to take away the fact that it's his fault that they forgot. It's absolutely his fault. But that was a remnant of, even though they forgot who I am, we still have there's still a connection between us, even though y'all forgot, because exactly, and that was the meaning of the handshake. That was the meaning of the handshake at the end.
No, I love that.
But you're right though. That from Color Purple, that's what that was.
That's
In
what
Color
it was.
Purple was I remember who you are. You remember who I am. We got love. So that's what that handshake was. Even though he didn't remember his body, just because that
muscle
love
memory
between them,
Yeah.
it automatically happened for him.
But
So
that's what the Legos were too. It's like,
and
dude, I
that's-
did this. This is my childhood best friend who I came up playing Legos with.
The Legos was for Spider-Man.
Right.
The one at the end was for.
He did drop the whole Lego in the
Yeah,
movie.
he
They were
dropped the
supposed
whole
to build the
the
Death Star
together. That's why he grabbed the little Chewbacca, because that was the piece that he had. At the
Yep.
end.
Also, I feel like for Spider-Man, he needed that to make the decision, that to help to be like, I gotta have my family back.
He needed that moment. Yeah, he needed that moment. It was a catalyst.
I just want to say that she knew when he came to the house. She just didn't know what she knew. But she knew then. You could see it in her body language. Like it's like her mind was taking her somewhere else, but she didn't know where to go. It was that
friend even
energy.
said, "Do you guys know each other?"
She knew when she saw him. Now the friend not knowing, that was kind of weird, because I don't know how you.
I think he sensed it, but he didn't know what he was. Just like she didn't know what she was feeling, but why? I think Ned felt that too. There were certain parts where
Mary Jane was always on it though. Like, cause she
was
guessed
always
she. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like she guessed he was Spider-Man. In
original,
what was it? Was it No Way Home?
No Way Home.
Yeah, I think it was No Way Home. Yeah. In No Way Home, she guessed that he was Spider-Man. Ned found out because he walked in on him. Yeah. But she's been like, Mary Jane's always up on it. Like, she's intuition. Like, she always got a feeling.
Not to mention, she's brilliant. Like,
she's
facts. Brilliant. Like, in the comic book, she got the start. In the comic book, she was the one who originally got the Stark, the intern that he got in in the other one. Mary Jane is the one who got that scholarship first. So she's brilliant.
Which is dope because the Kristen Dunst was nothing like that.
Yeah.
Kristen Dunst was, first of all, Kristen Dunst was the villain of the series. She was terrible. She was a terrible
like Kristen
person.
Dunst anyway.
She was
I don't
a dunce.
like her.
She was just trash.
I don't like her.
Mary Jane also figured out what Peter Parker couldn't figure out with the thing on the back.
Well, she's
exactly.
brilliant. She's brilliant.
For me, the lover in me, when he gave her the letter, they should have played Rick James, I'm in love with Mary Jane. I'm trying to get on y'all's level. I'm trying to be open-minded. I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing.
Okay, this is a side note right here. If y'all on YouTube, if y'all ever on YouTube, there is a guy who redoes the old the cartoons and puts new words to them. He's got a two-part series that I think is total like 45 minutes. called "I'm in Love with Mary Jane," but it's the old school cartoon,
Yeah.
but he's put his own words to
like
it.
he's doing the
It's-
voiceover on there.
Yeah,
Okay.
his name is Ace Vane, huh?
Are they smoking weed on the cartoon?
He talks about it. That's what I'm saying. He voices over the original cartoon, and he
Right.
talks sometimes out of pocket, but it's hilarious. His name is Ace Vane. If you ever get a chance to
Gotta
watch
tap
it,
in.
Ace Vane. Yeah, tap in.
Okay, it's getting later, so we're gonna do our one more thing and then final thoughts and then our ratings. I would just like to know what people's predictions are now for Doomsday, because we're not getting any Marvel until Doomsday.
As far as what is,
Just what you predict,
thinking?
what you think is going to happen. If you have a prediction, if you don't know, I would just love to know anybody who would like to share what they think is going to happen, and we can come back and review the tape.
I think, we saw Monica Rambeau talking to some X-Men in the Marvels, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another universe.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got this one, which I think this is like, I think Doom, like we have, I got really into Doctor Doom when I was a kid. We'll have universes crashing together. Doom's gonna help stop that by creating Battle World, and then bringing all the superheroes together to create this like perfect universe, and then he becomes like God.
No, the
Emperor-
God.
God
What I
Emperor-
can't remember what this
God
called.
Emperor Doom.
Yeah, God Emperor Doom.
Yeah, and then your shirt says Secret Wars, and then that goes into that movie, and then that's the big battle, and he loses, and then I think it basically ends like what we know of all the superheroes.
So you think it just complete reset after that?
Complete reset, and then this is like Jean Grey of what we know now in this, and there will be a new Spider-Man, and then our new Black Panther that we know now that's coming for Black
Ooh.
Panther 3, and all these other new people.
So you think we're going to get a new Spider-Man?
Surely, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I like this.
Okay, so this is what me and Marcus were talking about while we were watching the trailer. Like, cause when I first watched that trailer, I was super excited to see Captain America back. I don't think I've been reading and watching the lore on this. It's not the Captain America we know. For the comic book readers, there was another Captain America that was part of Hydra. He was part of Hydra, and he was basically a Russian Captain America.
Right.
And I think that's what we might see in this, which could turn this story totally around, because we just saw Thor give that captain the hammer, because that Mjolnir will go to anyone who's worthy. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad. It's gonna go to you if you're worthy, and he's always been the one that's been worthy enough to hold him. So I think what you're talking about may be part of the catalyst that does that. So that's my.
Anybody else?
I'm bad. I do. My man. I'm very disappointed that they're making. Hey, I respect everybody when they was talking. I'm disappointed that now I even forget his name. Iron Man is gonna be Doom. I'd rather have Robert Downey. Thank you. I'd rather have Robert Downey as Iron Man and not as Doom. So I'm really not liking that part of it. But hey, that's Robert Downey.
I originally thought it was going to be multiversal, because there's an older Doom comic that had Iron Man as Doom, and I thought it was going to be just a quick, like, the real Doom comes and kills him. But God,
the real Doom comes and kills Tony Stark?
The Tony Stark version of Doom. But I don't know, his voice sounded really good in the...
You may have died. Right.
So
Quick thing, I actually agree with you. I don't like RDJ playing Doctor Doom.
You don't like him playing
I
Dr.
wish
Doom?
they would just bring in a new Doom.
It's working out, I think. Yeah, yeah.
Iron Man that's his iconic role. That's what he's gonna be. That's like it's Christopher Reeves, the Superman. Like that is him. And I feel like Marvel has been struggling and was like, emergency, just go call RDJ, and brought him back for Doomsday. And I really do wish they went somewhere else because I don't want to see him do a whole arc of him being Doom. Like,
okay, so
nah, he's probably gonna do a great job.
I
but-
kind of agree. I kind of agree with you there, but being a comic book fan, I also know that that there's other story arcs where Tony Stark does become Doctor Doom. So
true.
and I think that's the universe that they're gonna go with for this particular movie.
Right.
Is that because he did die in the last Infinity War. Tony Stark did.
Right.
So they can't just bring RDJ back just. Well, okay. So there were people that died on the blip. All those people who died during the blip came back.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of the last Infinity War movie. They all the people who died when Thanos snapped his finger, they all came back at the beginning of, and it's called the blip. And they were gone for 5 years. So Iron Man comes back after the blip, because he didn't die in the first ones, but Spider-Man did die in the blip. He comes back. So everybody that disappeared in the blip comes back. And then after this one, in order to stop Thanos, Iron Man dies. That's how they stopped him in that one. In that one. So they can't bring him back because he was the only reason they were able to defeat Thanos for the last movie.
The Iron Man and Black Widow are irreversible.
What do you mean?
Those are the irreversible deaths.
Oh yeah.
Like the
they
Soul
can't come
Stone
back.
death
yeah.
and then his snap
and
death.
his snap. You can't.
There's no coming back.
There's
from
no
it.
coming back from
It would have
yeah.
to be a whole different universe Iron Man. Like that Iron Man is gone.
Right. So.
And I do hope the real Doctor Doom kills RDJ like in the first 5 minutes.
That would be dope too if we did that.
Robert Downey Jr. I would be super happy about it. But does anybody else have any predictions?
A hot mess.
Marcus?
I feel like so far, Spider-Man and Tom Holland hasn't been mentioned that he is going to show up in Doomsday. I feel like in some way, shape, or form he will show up. I just feel like they're just keeping it in the wrap. So I'll just go with that one. There's the others, but like that's one in which I'll stick with.
If I can speak to my man, where did y'all get that Spider-Man was going to be done? This Spider-Man was going to be done.
It's a guess. I mean, I wouldn't. That wouldn't surprise me. That happens all the time. The actors be like, "Oh, I don't want to play this character no more."
Okay,
and
so
stop. I can see that happening.
This was my question. Oh.
It was very minute. I was gonna say Hulk was gonna stay one or the other. That was my thought because when he was, when he fell initially, he recognized. I don't know if he recognized Peter or he recognized Spider-Man or he thought that this was the guy that came and blah 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 with the inhibitor at the school. I don't know, but just like how he. Yes, like he recognized something. And then when they were like, "Oh, everybody forgets about who you are," is Hulk a different person?
He is. Hulk and Banner are not the same person.
So like, would he remember him though?
I don't know.
That's my thought.
But I agree with you because this sounds like he said to Peter.
Yes.
Well,
And he never told him that his name was Peter.
Banner didn't remember him because when he saw him at the university, he was like, "Who are you?"
That's what I'm
She
saying.
said, "Did the Hulk remember?"
Did the Hulk remember him?
I don't think the Hulk remember him.
I thought the Hulk said Peter on his way down. Did he not say Peter?
Well, he said, "I'm Peter," and he was like, boom.
Well, Hulk and Banner always had the same mind.
Yeah, they shared a mind.
They did? Okay.
They can go interact that way.
Yeah.
But Hulk is anybody that's nice to Hulk, he's
No, yeah, absolutely. Anybody, if you're nice to Banner or if you're nice to Hulk, he will.
So maybe in that moment it was him just reverting back, and then we saw him in the ambulance.
In the ambulance,
Okay,
yeah.
ambulance. But
Ambulance.
but there's that one, and then dag nabbit, I forgot it. Oh, it's okay. I'll come back to you later.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is this was. Did anybody think that Tom Holland looked a little bigger than he did the last
he
movie?
definitely
I was
bulked
like, who the hell is this mother?
He definitely bulked up.
Like,
He got married, man.
boy, he was.
He definitely was jacked.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he definitely was jacked.
I mean, he like the other, cause him playing in the other Spider-Mans, he was kind of thin, and I was like, man, I mean, I even thought, yeah, he's kind of thin.
Yeah.
Showed.
I thought it showed with everybody, like how they dress. Like even Zendaya. Zendaya was looking like how she does in normal life in this movie, where they had her like looking like a little kid before. Like
But almost 10 years since this started.
Yes, that's facts. I agree. Yeah. Like everybody felt
He's not
like
Spider
adults.
Boy, he's Spider-Man.
Well, even when he was a boy, they called him Spider-Man. So I mean, even when he first got his spider powers, and he was a boy, they still called him Spider-Man.
Yeah. He's old. He was in high school.
Maturing.
He was in the first 3 movies. He was in high school. Now he's past college.
And you remember, even though y'all said he was skinny, he was still stronger than.
Well, yeah. Well, he had the powers of the spider gave him.
Avengers, he was still stronger and fought with 2 of them by himself.
Yeah.
Falcon and somebody else.
Falcon and Cap, or no, Falcon and Winter Soldier. He fought by himself. Yeah.
And made them look like nothing.
I mean, Falcon ain't.
But I mean,
that's
it's
just
Falcon.
a regular dude.
I hate to say that about a black superhero, but it's
Falcon
Falcon.
just a regular dude, man.
I wanted to go back to that because you talked on Blade, and I gotta say this because you know how I am. It took a black man to keep Marvel alive, and they still keep shitting on us with our parts. I mean, except for Black Panther, thank God for Ryan Coogler, they've been shitting on us with the parts, and it was Blade that kept Marvel even the
My boy can't catch a break, man. Too much power.
My man, here's two things.
Hello.
Before they accused Michael Jackson of all that.
Hold on. Stop. I'm gonna stop you right there. We're gonna come back to that. Does anybody else have any other thoughts, guesses on where we at?
But I'm connecting what he's saying.
I just wanted to put a button on that part.
The what?
Any other predictions?
After talk. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, before Michael Jackson got accused of the 1993
Yeah.
He was going to buy Marvel. He was going to buy Marvel. You can look it up, Google all that. So they had a thing in place for him to buy Marvel.
That's probably why they started those allegations.
Yeah, could be. Okay, so he was going to buy Marvel in 93.
Mm-hmm.
Blade came in 98.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2000 and 2002.
Right.
Iron Man came in 2008. And they give Iron Man the responsibility of saving Marvel. When Blade came out, and if you can sit down Blade, as soon as it come on, it's action.
It's action all the way through. No.
That was one of my issues with this movie, is that there's times in this movie that it
drags on.
Then it comes.
Earlier, it is built for children, so you need to keep their interest. It can't just be action the whole way through.
So this.
Children ain't gonna get into all that lovey-dovey stuff.
I mean, I think I don't even think it's just built for children. As a person, I'm watching Power Rangers. Like somebody just action all the time ain't gonna do it for me. I can watch World Star or something for that. Like I'm gonna need more depth than just
it's not
fighting.
It was stuff in Blade. I'm saying that, you don't
I looked around the audience and I saw people getting on their phones. I saw people sleep. It was just sometimes in there.
Yeah.
You have to keep it consistent to keep your thing.
To keep your audience going, yeah. Yeah.
I believe the story.
I mean, I think that would happen in Blade. Blade just came out like before everybody had phones. That's just a product of
And every story
20
has to
years
have
later,
an ebb,
30 years later.
ebb and a flow. Like you can't just be fight all the time. It's got to have a up and a down.
Up and down, yeah. Oh yeah, Blade was in there too. So and this and that right there is the reason I'm upset with Marvel. Which camera? Marvel, if y'all get to see this, put Blade together. Cause goddamn.
I agree.
So cause not only did Blade save Marvel, they brought him into Wolverine versus Deadpool, but they've remade Spider-Man I don't know how many times. They redone Hulks I don't know how many times. Why can't you put together a Blade?
They already got a dude to play Blade.
That's the
that
thing.
got canceled.
I mean, they canceled it, yeah.
It
Mahershala
got
Ali.
canceled because I was watching that because
Yeah, they
after
canceled
Wolverine,
it.
I was like, oh yeah, we about to get the Blade.
Yeah, Kevin Feige just spoke on it and was talking about that.
Oh, did he?
On top of that, the game in
Oh,
which
the game.
the game in which
Marvel Rivals?
Blade was about to do.
Oh yeah.
We ain't
Outta
heard nothing
gone.
from that either. So, but
Yeah.
yet there's a Wolverine game coming out like
Facts.
in September. So I
Yep.
mean,
Video
oh,
game,
yeah. So no,
Marvel, put the damn Blade movie out. We want the Blade movie.
Guess what? Keep hope
Yeah,
alive,
give us all that.
but you're not getting it.
You know,
You're not getting it.
she might be right.
I'm telling you, they have gone to. They've had several talks about it. It's not happening. Yeah. So, go back and watch the first Blade and enjoy it.
Hey, listen, I'll run the numbers up on Blade if y'all
If
want to
you do
play.
that,
I'll run the numbers up on Blade.
that's
I'll just have it on. I'll have all three movies running on back to back to back to back. Once the third one plays over, start at one all over again.
Don't
Let's
watch the
run-
third one, bro. The third one.
Yeah, the third one is trash.
Yes.
The third one is
don't,
trash.
Don't cut
I
on
want to
the
give
third.
my rating because I'm gonna go.
Yes. Let's please get to our rating.
Oh,
My
I think we're all
rating
ready.
is a 4.7.
Okay. So our ratings are out of, we do bunch of crunch boxes instead of popcorn boxes. It's 1 through 5. One being the worst, 5 being the best. We could just start at Sophia and work our way around.
I give it a 4.5.
4.3.
You know what I'm gonna say. 5 out of 5.
4.7.
3.5.
I'm gonna say 4.9. I'm gonna say 4.9 simply because I still have like a few more questions that I was like wanting, but outside of that, 4.9.
Give it a solid 4.
3.
I'm going to give this a 5. I think this is the best movie of the new Spider-Man. I think it's the most emotional Spider-Man of any of them that have been made. I love the suit. I love the action. I love the battle with identity, the battle with responsibility. I love him reconnecting with his friends. I like that MJ kind of turned him away, and it got back to the root of it all, and it was friendship, because that's what they were all first, were friends before they even had the romantic of it all. They was friends, and they got back to that. I love the introduction. To me, this is the best Marvel has been able to keep something grounded while also bringing in the multiverse, and it didn't feel outside of the movie, or it didn't feel confusing. Bringing in Jean Grey was a fun surprise. I know for some it got spoiled. Yeah, Gina Lane Grey. Bringing her in, I like seeing the Punisher. They made him a lot more funny than he was in his series, but it was cool seeing him move like that. It was great to see the Hulk again. The Punisher. We could do it after. It was good seeing the banter, the collaboration, the growth from the transition from the original trilogy, the home trilogy, to this brand new version, and I'm excited to see I'm excited to see what happens in Doomsday. Nah.
I think I give it a 5. I don't really, and I'm not even really big on like Spider-Man like that. I just thought it was really well done, and I don't really have any unanswered questions because most of my friends are really big into it. So any questions I had, they've already filled in the gaps for me with everything. So I think the storytelling was done quite well. So yeah.
I give it a 5, only because it kept me like I have ADHD. I'm gonna be honest. I have to get up during movies and walk around. I did not take out my phone one time. I loved the movie, like every bit of it.
Yeah, I was locked in.
4.9. They just get too long, these movies. I feel like it's just longer, and you want it longer?
I don't want it.
I remember it was great.
I thought this movie was just long enough.
I think it went over 10 minutes for me. My attention span was like, at the end I was like, I would have really enjoyed the end.
It was hella preview.
Had it was 10 minutes less. Like I just lost me.
I'm gonna go with a 4.8743.
I was gonna do that.
Channeling
I
Jeff.
was gonna do that.
Channeling Jeff, rest in peace.
To you, hey, to you, Jeff. All right, I was gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna give this a 4. I'm struggling between the 8 and 4.8, 4.9. I really enjoy. Yeah.
4.85.
4.85. I like that. There we go. Because I really like this. I have some questions, but I really enjoyed this movie. I want to see it in 3D. If I could see it in 3D, I want to see it in 3D.
I think I'll give it a 4.3 because I gotta go back and watch because I really don't remember Scorpion.
Like the character?
I really don't.
As a character,
No,
or
as
in the movie?
as in the movie. Yes.
The bald head guy, the Hispanic bald head guy with the.
I don't remember him.
You talking about just as a character?
Yes, yeah, I remember him in the movie, but I don't remember him as a character.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
He's Spider-Man had.
Yeah, he.
Rhino, Scorpion.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just need to go back.
Scorpion is one of Spider-Man's bad guys, but he's not like one of his top tier bad guys. He's kind of like a B level.
Okay.
And he's never been in the movies.
I just love the Punisher, and I would love to see it in 4D, 3D.
Yep. Rhino, Green Goblin, Sandman, Venom, Kingpin.
I know all them.
No Hobgoblin. But yeah, Scorpion's never been in none of the movies.
I just don't know Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion. He's been his.
He a
he's
bum.
been like
Don't worry about it.
Mid-level.
Scorpion a bum. Don't worry about it.
I will go 0.5 with Punisher. I love Punisher.
I
and
do
he
too.
was great in this
I
movie.
like the Punisher.
Punisher
I think
was
I just
he.
love the actor though. I love the Punisher.
Punisher. Have you watched the series?
And we got all our ratings out.
Yeah, I think all our.
Good. This is the MMC. We can still kick back and talk. I know some people want to go home. We are doing. We got a block party on Saturday. We'll be watching Friday that day as well. So if y'all want to come to the block party starts at 7. It's 7 to 10. It's kickback. We playing hoops. We giving away cars, food. I'll be performing. I'm bringing some people to perform, and then the movie will start at like 10. And then we'll watch the movie. This is at Gnarly Hustle in Raytown. So I'll put the details in the chat. So yes, it's no fee. It's free. And Topher, yes, it's Topher's birthday. So we watching Friday in honor of him as our classic movie. So yes, August 1st, this Saturday, 7 to 10. Well, no, 7 to midnight. The first Friday, the original.